Okay, for pick and tell today, the things that I picked to show you guys is this. It made me feel like young and fresh and fun and happy every time I read this. I read and watch this more than 1,000 times, I think so, since I was young. It is about a detective who is a high school student, and one day he filed a case like illegal, so he hide and he kept watching, and then one man in a dark suit, they call Black Company, like hit him and would appear the poison to him. It make him come back to be young from 17 years old to be 5 or 6 years old. I think this time I need one of the pill. I feel too old at this time to do something. Okay, as I said, it's about detective, the classic detective comic book from Japan, written by Aoyama Gosho. There are many cases: the killing in the classroom, the mystery, the magician. Sometimes fantastic for these young kids. You can find the answers of every case. More than that, I have every episode of comic book, DVD, CD, and the collection of the model. My house have only two things: dogs and Conan.
You are a big fan of Conan.
How many Conan comic books do you have in total?
Both English version and Thai version, and special episode. Now I have 152 comic books. CD and DVD is about 120 something. The model of Conan a lot.
Are they still creating the new episodes of Conan?
The new episode is coming, but it's stopped because the COVID situation. But I think next year is coming again.
And what I'm gonna ask you, like, if someone told you that why you read on the cartoon, it don't have any benefit, what you gonna tell them?
Sometimes life needs something beneficial, something serious. Sometimes we need entertain, right? I think entertaining is beneficial as well. Sometimes they make me get some new ideas for my job, for my life, for my project as well.
Right. Actually, once we discussed about this topic, right? Pick and tell. This experience just popped up in my brain right away. So I took this one. My topic is the first experience of snowboarding. Have you guys snowboarding before?
Snowboarding, no.
I have some pictures to show you guys as well. Once I got asked to go snowboarding with my friends, first of all, what I did was I just bought some snowboarding equipment. I checked it out on Marketplace. And basically, okay, you guys see my screen, right? These are the basic gears that we need for snowboarding. First of all, you need to have kind of a snowboard jacket, but you got to be aware because in the mountain in winter, the temperature is, I think, below 5. Sometimes it is minus, sometimes it is even minus 10 at that time that I went. So you got to wear multi layers, and we got to have kind of a snowboard gloves, goggles, helmet, boot, and more importantly, we have to have snowboard itself, right? You see the snowboard on the left hand side. This part is kind of binding, two bindings up top of the snowboard. You have to have that as well in order to connect between a snowboard and your snowboard boot. And I got pretty good deal, or everything. I bought it in 2,000 baht. So we decided to go to the mountain nearby our place. I can bring the map up right here. The place is called Cypress Mountain. It's not far away from Vancouver. I live here. If you see this is downtown Vancouver. It takes only 15 minutes to get to Cypress Mountain. And if you can see on the top right of Vancouver, we are surrounded by a lot of mountains, including Cypress Mountain. Besides Cypress Mountain, we have Gross Mountain here, and we also have Mount Seymour here. Everywhere here, you can go snowboarding, you can go skiing, you can go hiking, and so on. It's so convenient. But at that time, I believe it was holiday in Vancouver. And instead of taking only 50 minutes by car, we took about 2 hours, I think, for driving from Vancouver to the mountain. Look at this. It was the traffic in this picture was, and you see along the way to the mountain, it covered by snow. Did you see the mountain?
Yeah.
Before the map, your Google map. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is the way to the mountain, right? It was so busy for the traffic at that time because of the holiday in Vancouver. And you see the thickness of the snow, I think at least some spots, they were around 3 meters, 4 meters, or even 5 meters. It's just over your head, you know. And people, they just stopped by and took some photo because of the stunning view. It was, I think, 2 p.m. and we got there around 4 p.m. because of a lot of cars on the road. And then when we got there, yeah, the temperature was about -10, I just was freezing cold. Even though I wore around 3 layers, I was still shaking. And you can see on the right-hand side, this is Gondora to bring you from the ground, right? So, and we surrounded by all the mountains like this. Yeah, you can go do activity outdoor. You can go do outdoor sports easily. So we got to stay in the long line like this because of the regulation of pandemic, right? We have to keep the social distancing. We had to be wearing masks all the time. So it took us about 30 minutes to get to the Gondora. And then once we got to the Gondora, yes, it lifted us from the ground to the mountain. It took about 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, we were 3. They are Canadians, Filipino Canadian. This lady is my friend. This guy is her son. He is only 23 years old, and he is also my trainer as well. Once we got there, right, we just snowboard from the top to the ground. It took us about 10 to 20 minutes, depending on your skill. For me, I fell down a lot of times, so I took about even a half an hour. My friends got to stop waiting for me a lot. You see this picture, right? We got so tired at the end of the day after snowboarding around 5 or 6 times. And then after snowboarding, we went down from the mountain. We found the Vietnamese restaurant nearby and we just had dinner in that restaurant. That is my story. It was so really good experience for me. And definitely I'm gonna go back to do this activity again next year.
Okay, I'm thinking like it's hard to shoot only one stuff, right? Because like we have so many things that like we like it. And from the beginning, I decided 2 books that I really like it because both like are changed my perspective and my life. The first one like I was decided is about this. It's called เด็กน้อยโตเข้าหาแสง This book has changed my perspective to look to people like circumstance. For example, like if I slap on JFit, right, the person who see that situation will think that okay, I'm so bad, I'm so mean that I slap on his face. But who know that behind the scene he did something bad to me face, something like this. This kind of book like had taught me, but I won't go deep down because I shoot another one. Maybe A and J might not see it. Can you see that? Okay, let me tell you this. Why I shoot this book? This book like what my first book that I had learned in this in stages. You can see from here. My level is just level 3. Let me explain to a person who are not a student at this in stages. There are 20 level, but I'm start in level 3. So you can see how bad am I. Why I have to improve my English skill? Let me tell you this story. I have to send an email to the IT. Of course, they were not Thai person, so I had to send in English. What I did, I spent almost an hour for 3 sentences to make sure everything alright before I send it out. That's kind of I thought that that's what my issue. So I enrolled to this class. When I enrolled in this class, right, my level was very low, as you can see, and some people they don't want to talk to me because of like I'm not able to communicate very well. And what I handle, so I used to go to it in stages like, every single day. And when I complete my lesson, I went back home and practice every day. I did maybe like you guys did, watching movie, listening to music every day. The movie that I watched at the time was Harry Potter. Every time I watch in English, but one day the Channel 7, right, they always broadcast the movie. So one day I saw the Harry Potter, he spoke Thai. Like my brain was shocked how that person like spoke Thai very well. So what? How Harry Potter spoke Thai? So like I was shocked a few minutes. So okay, like it's come from like Thai people, like they provide the sound in there. And what I'm trying to tell you, you can see like my level like from the beginning until here. I think like my English had like improved a lot. The Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So your English skill either. You have to be like very patient, work with them step by step. At the end of your journey, you will see yourself like have a lot better. If your dream is want to be good at English, so I would recommend you guys keep going and keep practicing. Don't give up and don't leave your dream because your dream will never leave. Yeah, that's all from my side.